Hey y'all, it's me. So let's talk a little bit about this video before you watch it, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. Yes, it is a tutorial, but it's not as polished as most of my tutorials normally are. A few things factor into that. One, it was my birthday. Two, I'm going through a little bit of a mental health crisis. It's nothing drastic or anything that we should be worried about, but I'm dealing with that through grieving and just life in general. But the main thing is I knew that if I did not post this video, it wasn't going to get uploaded. So at this time, I'm just asking that you take it for what it is. The full tutorial is there, but don't worry, this Saturday's tutorial will be a lot more polished. It'll come out a little, like each one of these probably come out right before the next Saturday's tutorial. I also have a video coming up on a review of the blanket, like the blanket and the skein cake from Lion Brand. So sorry about that shaking. I still this table, excuse me. So I'm just asking for grace and for you to bear with me. Understandable if you don't like watch it, but it really is just the tutorial. Any cuts that are in there, because it's very little editing, but any cuts that are in the video was probably made during filming. I just sliced it together. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Bye y'all. Enjoy the tutorial and I will see you next time. Hi everybody, y'all. I apologize in advance for the audio on my shaky table. I lost like the little Bluetooth thing to my mic, neither here nor there. I need to find it. So just bear with me in any background noises. I always say on my channel that this is real life and you either gonna live it or you're gonna go on, and that's fine. So welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've never been here before. We are doing a crochet along, okay y'all? We are using this Granny Square card deck. This is the one I got off Amazon. We're going to use this. We're going to do 25 of these squares. Okay, we're making a queen size blanket. For the queen size blanket, we need 255 squares. It'll be 15 by 17. You're going to need 180 of these. Now, pump your brakes. We're only doing one new square a week. So that means that you need to make about 7 of these or 8 of these a week. Okay, so it's really not as bad as it sounds. And you got 25, almost 26 weeks to do it, because we're going to have a joining party. So you don't need to have them done until our joining party, which will probably be set for a week or two after we have completed the 25th square. Each one of the squares that we make from here are going to need 3 so that you can have 75 for a total of 255. I try my best not to do too many cuts, y'all. I want these to flow smoothly and not to need too much editing. This is the square that we are working on this week for week number 25. Don't mind a little red paint and things on my hand. I was outside in my garden. Get you one, okay? But this is our square that we're doing. This is the berry square. Here is, focus. Here is the symbol pattern for it. Now, if you join me on TikTok Live every Saturday, you will be able to get an in-depth tutorial on how to read these a little bit better so you can familiarize yourself with these. I think it's a great skill to have. We absolutely miss out on a lot of good old vintage patterns by not knowing how to do this. And then a lot of people I've noticed that I follow from the UK, especially older women, they tend to use these. So it's a little bit, just a little helpful to learn. But this is what we're going to do. I'm not going to go too much in depth on the, make sure I stay in focus, y'all, on the symbol pattern, but that is the square, okay? So mine is just a little bit different than what they have, because about right here where we see the green, I did not change colors. I just I felt like it was too much when I was trying to teach beginners on my live how to do this. But this is a berry, okay? Not too much on her. It is a berry, but we're gonna start. So what you need 3 colors of yarn, a pair of scissors, floral and dingy like me if you want. I personally am using a H hook or a 5mm hook. Now my regular granny squares, I'm just making sure that everything matches the same size. I want to say this is 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this is a 6-row granny square. It's just a plain old granny square. I'm not going with any color. I know this matches. It's just because I had this same yarn laying out at the time I made my first granny square. But this is literally going to be a sample blanket. When I tell y'all I'm sampling all colors, whatever, I just want a blanket and I want to be able to show my growth and, you know, just me working. Again, you don't have to make a blanket to enjoy the squares. You don't even have to make all the squares. Just come vibe with us, okay? Let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is make a magic circle or make a chain 4 and join together, okay? Personally, I make a magic circle. I use the multiplication and equal symbol method, meaning on this side, which is facing me, my palm, I want to have multiplication, and then I want my finished product on the other side with the equal symbol like so. Okay, I'm gonna slow that down again. On the side right here facing me, I'm doing the work, so I'm multiplying. On this side, I want my results, so it's an equal symbol, okay? And then you weave. When we weave something, we're going in or under and over, or over and under. In this case, you need to go under and over with your hook face down. So again, you're going under and over with your hook face down. You're gonna pull that yarn back that you went over and just twist your hook, okay? That will give you a loop on your hook. You can pinch both pieces and pull it off. For this particular pattern, we are going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we need to go in here and we're going to place 15 double crochets, okay? So going in like so, and I will show you this double crochet in case you've never seen it before. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab some yarn, and I'm doing it this wide so that you can see what I'm doing and my hand isn't covering the stitches, okay? So you're gonna yarn over. You can see there I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm gonna go inside of this circle. This is considered my stitch right now. On the other side, I'm gonna grab that yarn again and come back through the stitch. I should have 3 loops on my hook, okay? I'm gonna grab some yarn and come through the first 2. And I'm gonna grab some yarn and come through the last 2. And that is a double crochet. So right now I have a total of 3. Our chain 3 does count as a double crochet. We're gonna keep going with 12 more until we have a total of 16. Well, 14 more, I guess. Oh, Lord, I can't count. 13 is what I was trying to say. Until we have a total of 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this video is gonna be in real time, y'all, to limit the amount of editing and speeding through. And also, you know, you can get a feel of how long it should take you to make these. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure you're counting your stitches. Most of these squares just require you to know the number of stitches you have. I will show you how the written pattern looks in the book. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I definitely prefer these symbols. They flow so much better for me as far as this particular book. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here's 12. Okay. 13, 14, ooh, 15, real life, y'all, I told you. And here is 16. This is our last one. We are not going to change colors yet, but we are going to grab this tail and we're going to cinch this close. We're just pulling, okay? Get it tight enough to close, but not tight enough that it destroys your work. You're gonna go into the top of this stitch right here, not this one, but this one, okay? And we're gonna go inside it. We're gonna grab some yarn and just come all the way back through the loop on your hook, and that is a slip stitching. Okay, I'm gonna show you what the inside of the book looks like for this particular pattern. All right, if you want to screenshot that, here it comes. I'm gonna try to make sure it's clear as possible. It might not want to focus on it. Sometimes it do that to me. Can we see it pretty good? Child, this is what it looks like, but it's extremely, this particular version is just extremely confusing to me, but no problem. Okay, we're on round 2, all right, y'all. Again, personally, I use the pattern. We're on round 2, the symbol pattern. So we're gonna chain up 3 for round 2. So here's 1, 2. This yarn is so splitty, but I'm already committed. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go back into this same stitch. I'm going to continue it at the end. So we're going to skip the next stitch. So we're skipping this stitch here, and we're going to go into this stitch, okay? Going into that stitch, we're just going to double crochet and chain 1. Into the same stitch, we're going to do another double crochet. This is creating the back. Okay, so next we're going to skip this stitch and we're going into the next again. A double crochet, chain 1, and into the same stitch we're going to place another double crochet. So right here into the same stitch, okay? We're going to skip this stitch and into the next, a double crochet, chain 1, a double crochet in the same stitch. And you're completing that all the way around. So this stitch is skipped, and then the next stitch is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and you're doing that all the way around. I'm doing that with you. Again, I'm trying to make sure that this video has like liminal editing. For the most part, you'll see my intro and my outro. Yes. So that's what we're doing all the way around. Skipping this one, going into the next, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the same stitch. Okay, skip this, go into this one, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Skip this one, and we are back at the beginning stitch, okay, and or the initial chain 3. So we're gonna skip this one, and then into the bottom of our chain 3, we're going to do a double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to join this to the top of the chain 3. I'm going to pull my yarn all the way through. You're going to chain up 1. I'm going to cut my yarn because we are changing colors. Okay. Now, this will be the color for your berries, all right? This is the color for our berries. So for this color, we are going to go right into one of the chain 1 spaces, okay? So I'm going to pick the chain 1 space that's the same as my chain 3. So this one here, that was my chain 3 and my double crochet with the chain 1 in the middle. That is where I'm going. Wherever we chained 1, that's where you can go. But these gaps here, these don't really count as any sort of actual gaps, okay? This isn't a chain 1 space. We just skipped the stitch below, which is why there's a gap there. So we're going to go in right here instead, okay? The way I join my yarn is I just hold my hook and my yarn as if I've already yarned over, or if I already have a loop on my hook, I'm going to hold my yarn to the back side and just pull it through my work and begin working. You can make a slip stitch if you would like and join it that way. However you feel comfortable joining, that's fine. So what I'm going to do here, chaining up 3, so 1, 2, 3, okay. Into the same space, we're going to place 3 more double crochets. Our chain 3 always counts as a double crochet for this pattern. So here's 1, 2, 3, and now you're going to want to chain 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're skipping this space here, which is just the space, and we're going into the next chain 1 space with 4 double crochet. Here's 1. I think my hook is what's causing my yarn to split. 2, 3, 4, chain 3, and you're just going to continue that all the way around. 1, 2, 3, skipping that space there, going into the top of the chain 1 space. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3, and again this is creating the bulk of the berry. So we're going to go in here, we're skipping this space and going into the chain 1 space, 4 double crochet. I'm just continuing that all the way around. I'm going to chain 3 again, going right here into the chain 1 space one more time, 4 double crochet. Sorry y'all, I'm trying to make sure I have as little cuts as possible, so, but again, you know, life is life. All right, we are on round 3. We're still doing those berries. There's my 4th stitch. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I should have got a new hook during my intermission, but that's okay. Skipping that space here, and I'm just carrying my tail behind. If you want to weave in your ends, that is fine. I actually suggest weaving them in, but when something is for myself, I just crochet over them. I'm pretty happy with the way I secure the ends most of the time. When it's for somebody else, I always suggest that you go ahead and weave in those ends. I don't want you to ever be able to say, honey told me I can. Honey ain't told you nothing. I mean it. I ain't tell you nothing. After that chain 3, we're going back in here with 4 more double crochet. There's 2, 3, and 4. Chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. Right here into our last chain 1 space, we're gonna create 4 more double crochet. You should have this 8 times for a total of 8 berries, and then you will know your stitch count was correct, okay? So you should have 8 clusters of 4. All right, and then after this, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, connect into the top of that initial chain 3 right here from where we joined, and we are going to slip stitch again, which, remember, once we come through here, we're just going to chain 1 to fasten off, cut our yarn. We only have to change colors 2 more times, y'all. It's gonna be all right. Just pull through and get a nice tight, and make sure if you are crocheting over your yarn, you can see this loop here. It's barely visible, but this little loop here that's connected around this tail is facing this way. So this is the way you need to crochet over that tail if that's what you're going to do. Never crochet with it this way. You can even see what it's doing here, right? Because it's pulling on it that way. You want to crochet in the direction of your stitches. over that tail, okay? So now we are going to start with row 4. We're going to use our last color, which is going to be, for me, this green. On this row, if you want to make the berries look more like berries, after we do these stitches right here at the top of the berries, whenever we get to crocheting over these chain 3s, you should change colors, and that will allow you to give this more prominent, so it looks more like a berry. Okay, but just for the sake of simplicity and learning the pattern itself, I'm not gonna do that. I know a lot of people that follow me are beginners and they're still learning, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So, okay, we're going to join our yarn right here. This is where I want to join, right here. So where I'm joining is this initial 4 double crochets, which is right before my tail, because again, I like to crochet over my tail. I'm going to join my yarn the same way right here into the top of this double crochet. Okay, now we need to single crochet 4 together. The way we're going to execute that, we're going to go inside into the top of each one of these double crochet, yarn over, and pull up some yarn. So we're just going to keep doing that until we have 4 loops on our hook. Okay, so that's 3. We're going to do it one more time. That's the 4th one, and then we're going to yarn over and pull all the way through all of them. Okay, and get a good tight grip, I would say, just because it makes the berry look better, especially if you're changing color. But even if you aren't, that tight grip will make the berry look better. Now, pro tip, if you wanted to just crochet over this in a different color, you can always go back and take some pigment, like the mica powder. You can get a little water and you can dap right on the top of the peak where this single crochet 4 together is, and it will give the appearance of the berry. Again, y'all work smarter, not harder. You already know my vibe. So next we're going to put 6 single crochets right here and onto the chain 3, just right on top of it. Here's 1. Okay, I'm holding my tails down. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're back at the top of, back into the 4 double crochets. We're going right into the top of them the same way we did the other ones. We're going to go in, grab some yarn, and come back out until we have 5 loops on our hook. And from here on out, you will continue to have 5 loops on your hook because you already have this initial hook on your hook. So we're going 5, there's 4, here's my 5th one, and you're going to yarn over and just come all the way through. Okay, back at the chain 3, we're going to put 6 double crochet right in there. So there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, back at the double crochets, we're going to go into each one of them until we have 5 loops on our hook. Number 1, there's 3, okay, 4, 5, 6 over the chain 3, and you just want to do this all the way around. Okay, we're doing that all the way around. We are going to change colors one more time after this row, y'all, and then we will be building up the square, turning this circle into a square. Okay, it's the same thing all the way around, doing 4 single crochet together. Okay, and then when you get to the chain 3, doing a 6 single crochet right here. Make sure y'all are watching for the top of that first double crochet. It can be hard to see sometimes. Make sure you're not going into the chain 3 space, and you are going into the double crochets themselves. And you should always have 5 loops on your hook after the initial first one, okay? We are almost done, y'all. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're gonna go right here, top of that double crochet. You don't know how much pain it's causing me, y'all, to not speed this video up. I hate a long tutorial, but that is okay. We do what we can. I'm crunched for time. It's my birthday week, y'all. My birthday is on Wednesday, May the 7th. Show your girl some love, you know, just come through, like a post, tell me happy birthday, whatever the case may be. Say it under this video. Most importantly, I do want you to take care of yourself. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm a mental health advocate. I also struggle with my own mental health, and it is what it is. You know, life does go on, even when we think it doesn't and when we want to cut it short. But yes, just be soft with yourself this week among all of them, in honor of me and in honor of Mental Health Awareness Week. I'm done being sappy, y'all. Your girl about to be 28. Can you believe it? I'm really pushing, okay? I'm pushing 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, and speaking of birthday, y'all, I do have a birthday sale. It's going off on Wednesday, though. So make sure that y'all hit that birthday sale up. Everything on my Etsy, because I want to make my Etsy look a little better. I do all my sales offline for the most part. But I'm trying to move more to online. So I need my Etsy sales to look better, you know what I'm saying? But the sale is 50% off. And yeah, there's no code. You just have to go and do it. Here we are back at the initial single crochet 4 together. Just making sure I have 6. I need 1 more. We're going to slip stitch, and then we are going to fasten off. So remember, we're just going right into the top of that single crochet 4 together. We grab some yarn, bring it all the way through. You want to chain up 1, and we can cut our yarn. We are on the last, not the scissors being dull, I'm gonna sharpen them. We are on the last 2 rows. These last 2 rows will make the square and the border, okay? These last 2 rows gonna make the square and the border for our berry friends here, all right? So, actually, there's 3 more rows, y'all. Let me lie to you. We just did this one. We got 3 more rows, but still, these last 3 rows is gonna make the last 3 rows is gonna make the square and the border. Sorry for that cut, y'all. We're about to start this right here. So we're going back to our initial yarn color, at least for me. I'm going back to my base color. Now on this row, what we need to do, we need to join our yarn. I'm gonna join my yarn right here after my, in the top of this first single crochet that I did over the chain 3. directly after this berry, okay? That's where I'm going to join my yarn. So I'm going to insert my hook. And you know how I like to join my yarn as if I was working with it already. So I'm just yarning over and pulling it through. Now for this, we want to chain up 1. This is going to be our single crochet. It's our first single crochet, all right? Into the next stitch, we are going to single crochet. Into the next stitch, a single crochet. I'm going to keep doing this until we have 5 single crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3. Here's 4 and 5. Okay. Now in this stitch right before the single crochet 4 together, I'm going to place a half double crochet. This is the method to making those corners when you have a circle. All right. In this stitch right here, not to be confused with our join, not our join, our fastening off, but right here into the top of this berry stitch, we are going to go right in there. You're going to place a double crochet, another double crochet. You're going to chain 1 into the next stitch. So not the same stitch, but the next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochets. Okay, we're building up the corners. Into this next stitch, we're going to place a half double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to single crochet all the way till we get to right here, the stitch right before this berry. So if this is berry number 1, we want to single crochet until we get to berry number 4, the stitch right before. Okay, so we are just single crocheting all the way down. This is going to help us build up the sides so that they look more like a square, like corners and sides, than a circle. We are skipping over berry number 3 by placing a single crochet, making it part of the side. Okay, just continuing down. We get to this chain 6 here, or chain 3, where we put the 6 single crochet. I know I look a little wonky doing it, y'all, because I'm weaving over my ends. But when we get to the 6 single crochet that were over the chain 3, we're just going to continue until we get to single crochet number 6, which will be right here for me. It's the one right before my berry. Okay. Now in that stitch, you're going to place a half double crochet, just like we did at the beginning. Okay. And then right here, we're going to place 2 double crochet. We're going to chain 1. And in the stitch after that, we're going to place 2 double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to place a half double crochet. And that is our method, okay? If that was berry number 4, right? We're going to single crochet until we get to berry number 6. We're going straight past berry number 5. All right, y'all? Straight past berry number 5 until we get to the stitch right before berry number 6. So we're doing the same thing, just single crocheting all the way down. Single crochet out all the way down. Right over the berry. Now we're on that the 6 single crochet, so you need to do 5 more right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, which will give us the stitch right before our berry. And in that stitch right before our berry, we're gonna go ahead and place our half double crochet. And then right here at the top of our berry, this is going to be 2 double crochet. Again, it's the same thing all the way around. Again, that's building up the structure for the square. And you can do this with any amount of stitches that you have. You just need to make sure you equal out the side. So in the next stitch we're doing that 2 double crochet, and then in the next stitch the half double, and we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. We're single crocheting. So remember, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So every even number berry, right before that berry is a corner. So right here, this is our odd number, that's 7. You can do this with any type of circle, as long as you use that same method of building up, which would be half double crochet, and then 2 double crochet, or even 1 double crochet, or 3 double crochet, whatever is comfortable, whatever you want to do. Just those 4 stitches, the buildable stitches. You can also do it buildable with double crochet and treble crochet. Just building those corners like that would be laddering stitches. That's all you really need to do. So we are almost there. We are almost to the end of this round. Okay. We're right here on top of the berry, going in with 2 double crochet, just like before. We're going to chain 1, and in the next stitch, 2 double crochet, all right? And then again in the next stitch, oh my gosh, in the next stitch, a half double crochet. And then you're going to want to single crochet until you get to the end of, or the beginning of this row, technically. Round, I should say. Now you want to chain 1. And you're going to single crochet until we get to the corner where we have the chain 1 from the previous row. Our chain 1 does count as a single crochet still. Here inside of the chain 1 of the corner, we are going to place 1 half double crochet, chain 1, and another half double crochet into the same space, and then into the top of the double crochet from the last row, single crochet, and continue all around into the next corner. I will not be doing the last row with you, but I will explain to you what it is because it's repetitive. Back at that chain 1, you're going to place a half double crochet, chain 1, and a half double crochet. Continue along from the double crochet with single crochets until the next corner. Repeating the same thing at this corner, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, and then single crochet into the last corner. half double crochet into the chain one, and a half double crochet, single crochet until the end of this round. Again, y'all, I do apologize for the lack of editing in this video. It's my birthday week, and I'm sorry. My birthday is more important than the craft this year, okay? Because I almost didn't make it. Okay, I almost didn't make it for real, though, but that's not the point. Okay, I'll be back to my regularly scheduled editing next Saturday. Or for the next Saturday, a Square Saturday. Y'all may not see it as Square Saturday, but that's what it is. That's what it is, okay? Because we go live on TikTok every Saturday and we do a new square. I will explain to you how to do the last row because I'm crunched for time. I will make sure that the next time we make one of these, I'm a little bit more in depth, even down to the last row. For the last row, it's literally double crochet all the way around, but in that chain one space from this row, okay, the chain one space right here, these corners, you want to put 2 double crochet. You can see mine from this one, putting 2 double crochet, but a double crochet around in every stitch, and that will build up that last row. I'll probably finish this one off camera because again, you need 3 of these. I always make 2 of the squares with y'all on live, and then I will post one like this more in depth just so you can see it. The next square that we are going to make next Saturday is going to be this square. This is called the Leviathan square. It is pretty simple. It's mainly consists of double crochet and single crochet and half double crochet. So it's gonna be very simple. Yet again, easy to follow. Here is a picture, okay, of that sample pattern. If you want to get the spirals, this is what it will look like. Thank you so much for watching this video. Even if you just need somebody to talk to about crochet, it's all the same. And again, me being an advocate for mental health awareness and my birthday being in mental health awareness month, I feel like I was born for this, y'all. You don't understand. But yes, I definitely feel like we can get a group going where we can have just more tips and tricks on how to do things like this, and we'll be able to connect better. And the Discord will probably have like exclusive patterns or whatever and tier levels. We might even do a Patreon at some point. But yes, y'all, I thank y'all for sticking with me. I think this video like 30 minutes long for a single square, but the rest of the videos won't be as long. This one is as long because I did have to give you a little pep talk at the beginning about the crochet along. So I thank y'all for hanging with me, rocking with me, watching the channel, coming over to TikTok, showing me love, on Instagram where I barely exist because y'all know that TikTok is my city. Okay, but I will see y'all on TikTok. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll see you on YouTube. But most importantly, I will see you later. Bye.